I thank the gentleman. Recognize the gentleman from Nebraska for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It's an honor to be here. Thank you for representing your various markets there and growers. I wanted to ask you about, with the current drop in prices of 45–50%, will the ARC and the PLC in their current forms be a sufficient safety net for you in the commodities that you're working? Go left or
Yes, sir. As we go into this Farm Bill work that you have in front of you, that we think that small tweaks in these two programs will be able to make them viable for the next 5 years.
So minor tweaks is what you're saying?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Go ahead, Mr. Moore.
Yeah, I would agree, but want to make sure that both those, the ARC program and the PLC program are offered as options for farmers to take. The minor tweaks, dropping the Olympic average or doing some other reference price changes would be helpful.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Shum.
Again, agreeing with my colleagues, I think choice is a critical component. I think the key things from our perspective is, while it does lay a good foundation, that within the ARC it's going to be as simple of using more accurate data. Within PLC, it is a reference price for wheat that we just do not feel adequately helps protect that producer. So again, tweaks, but key critical tweaks.
Thank you. Mr. Fredericks.
I would have to agree with the three gentlemen on my right here. I believe it's probably going to be sufficient.
Okay.
We will, guess time will tell.
Mr. Atkinson.
As my colleagues down the table have already iterated, the programs are working, especially within sorghum, within the PLC program. It's designed, it's done exactly what it's designed to do. While we've had a drop off in the ag economy and prices have dropped down, it's provided us with the safety net that we've needed. No program is perfect. We think there's always room to tweak a program and to make it more viable for farmers. But so far, ARC and PLC have done exactly what they've designed to do.
So I'm hearing, even with the 45% to 50% drop in prices, that the 2014 Farm Bill has worked for you. Would you agree? Has it been an effective Farm Bill through this hard time?
No. I don't think it has, at least on the fellows that I deal with in Illinois, and the farmers that I deal with. There's always room for improvement in everything that gets done. I think there needs to be the tweak to make it more effective and make it more predictable as we go through trying to secure operating notes. It's hard to know when I go to my banker what I'm going to get in October of 18 for a crop I'm growing. I won't know what I'm going to get for sure from the 16 crop until October of 17, and so since we don't know, it can't be included in our cash flow calculations.
Okay, thank you for that. Does anybody want to expand upon that, or is there agreement?
I would concur with Mr. Moore that no, they haven't, but they have laid the foundation again. And with those tweaks into those programs, they can do the job of adequately handling that price drop. But we've got to make sure we make those changes into those programs.
One last question. During the 2014 Farm Bill, some had intended for there to be a $50,000 payment limit on ARC and PLC payments. How would a $50,000 payment limit be impacting your operation today in this period of multiple years of low prices if that had been proposed successfully?
That would be something we'd definitely have to look at and try to evaluate how it affects the most people. Any of the larger producers that are having the same problems possibly would need larger limits than that. At the level of what we are right now, they tend to be working. Most producers don't even advance and get to those limits, but it's something really to watch and evaluate. But
anyone else?
Yeah, growers in the western sorghum belt where I'm located, we're going into a time where we're really needing a safety net. Our PLC program is going to fulfill that. However, when you look at those western growers and the amount of acres that they have and the amount of leverage that have leverage against them, $50,000 is not going to be much when you consider what they have at risk on a day-to-day basis.
Anyone else? I want to thank you for your, go ahead. Looks like Mr. Schoen's got something.
I just wanted to briefly mention that part of the challenges with that limit is that both LDPs and market-sensitive loans would also fall underneath that limit, and that's where our producers have really fallen back and used currently. So we would have to evaluate it, but do have concerns.
I greatly appreciate your expertise. Mr. Chairman?